2:34 a.m., Monterey Park, California. The lamp broke on the second strike. On the third, Joyce stopped screaming. But she didn't stop fighting. She was 61 years old, widow, alone, careful, locked everything twice. So how did he get in? 8 minutes? That's what Joyce had. 8 minutes between waking up and surviving. The Night Stalker chose the wrong house, because Joyce Nelson wasn't who he thought she was. You're going to meet the woman who fought back. Not the perfect victim, the unlikely survivor. Joyce Nelson, 61 years old? No, wait. To her grandkids, she was Grandma Joy, because she smiled when she made pancakes, July 1985, 2 days before, Tuesday, 2 p.m. Joyce watered the roses in her front yard. "They look beautiful, Miss Joyce," the mailman yelled. She waved, always waved. Widow for 3 years. George died of cancer. 2-bedroom house? Mortgage paid off. Her pride. "I worked 40 years for this," she'd say. Was she afraid of burglary? Yes. That's why she locked windows, checked doors, twice. Porch light always on. Alarm system? Couldn't afford it. On Wednesday, she'd install one, 36 hours away. Too much time. Thursday, 7:12 a.m. The neighbor, Mr. Martinez, noticed something strange. Newspaper still on the porch. Unusual. Joyce always picked it up at 6. 8:05. He rang the doorbell. Nothing. He looked through the window. Saw it. Blood on the living room wall. Broken lamp on the floor. Glass pieces. So much glass. 911. "Operator, what's your emergency?" "There's blood. So much blood." "Miss Joyce." Ambulance arrived in 4 minutes. They found Joyce. Alive. Against all odds, alive. 34 stitches on her face. 17 on her arm. Cracked rib. Broken finger. Doctor said she was lucky. Joyce said it wasn't luck. It was rage. Let me tell you who Joyce really was. Every Sunday, she called her 3 kids. Sacred routine. 9, 10, 11 a.m. "Just checking you're okay. Worked as a secretary for 35 years. Never missed a day. Commitment is commitment," she taught her grandkids. Loved crossword puzzles. Hated cold coffee. Feared thunderstorms since childhood. But faced them. Always faced them. Wednesday, 10 p.m. Last normal night. Watched Cheers on TV. Rerun. Didn't care. Locked front door. Twice. Back door. Twice. Windows. All of them. 11:15. Turned off the light. "Good night, George," she whispered to the portrait. Did it every night. In 3 hours and 19 minutes, she'd wake up with a lamp breaking on her face. Summer of 1985. California lived in terror. The Night Stalker. Richard Ramirez. 14 victims in 6 months. No clear pattern. Young, elderly, couples, alone. Only one certainty, nighttime. He didn't break in, found open windows or cut screens or used unlocked doors. Silent, patient, calculated. Thursday, 1:47 a.m. Security camera at the gas station half a mile away. An orange Chevrolet passes. Ramirez at the wheel. Stolen car 3 days before. 2:12. He parks 4 houses away. Walks slowly, hands in pockets. Observes. Searches. Morrison house, lights on. Dog barking. Chen house, visible alarm. Rodriguez house, man smoking on the porch. Joyce Nelson's house, dark, silent, perfect. 2:28. Ramirez tests the kitchen window, locked. Bedroom window, locked. Back door, locked. Joyce had done everything right. Everything. Except one thing. Side porch screen door. Joyce used it to let the cat in, had forgotten to lock it. Once, just once. 2:31. Ramirez cuts the screen silently, goes into the porch. Inner door, locked, but old. Weak latch, credit card, slides. Click. Open. He's inside. Joyce sleeps, dreams about Sunday pancakes, grandkids laughing. 3 minutes left. 2:34. Joyce wakes up. Noise in the living room. Mimi? The cat. It's not the cat. Light turns on. Man, tall, black hair, reeking, empty eyes. She screams. He advances. Bedside table lamp. He rips it out. First strike, her shoulder. Second, her face. Glass breaks. Cuts them both. Ramirez expected pleading. Panic. Surrender. Joyce gave him something different. Fury. She was 61 years old. He was 25. He had a knife. She had 40 years of stored rage. Rage from George's death. Rage from being alone. Rage from being afraid every single night. Joyce didn't think. Grabbed his arm. Dug her nails in. Bit down. "Get out of my house." Her blood. His blood. He tries to stab her. Misses. Tries again. Cuts her arm. She grabs the broken lamp. Throws it at his face. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, the man who killed 14 people, stepped back. For the first time, he stepped back. 2:42. 8 minutes since it started. Ramirez runs, jumps through the window, runs to his car, speeds away, disappears into the night. Joyce falls, blood on her face, on her arm on the floor. She crawls to the phone. 911, what's your emergency? He tried to kill me. Ma'am, who? I don't know, but I fought. 712. Mr. Martinez finds her. 716. Ambulance. 723. Hospital. 34 stitches on her face, 17 on her arm, cracked rib, broken finger. Doctor said she was lucky. Joyce said it wasn't luck. It was rage. If you want stories like this to keep being told, hit that like button now. It's quick. And it helps. Because the more people hear about Joyce, the more people understand that survival is possible. But there's more to this story. August 1985. Ramirez is arrested. Finally. Police reconstruct the scene. Joyce's house. DNA on the door. His blood. Skin under her nails. Match. But there's more. Fingerprint on the broken lamp. Ramirez was holding it when he hit her. Irrefutable evidence. Joyce was called to identify him. Through the glass. He saw her. She saw him. Witness said he looked away. Joyce didn't. Stared right at him until he lowered his head. The preliminary hearing. Joyce testified, walked to the stand. 73 years old by then. Scars still visible. Defense attorney asked, "Are you certain it was him?" Joyce looked directly at Ramirez. "I'm certain. I bit him. I clawed him. I broke his nose with my lamp. He knows it was me, and I know it was him." Ramirez looked down, didn't look up again. Joyce Nelson lived 18 more years. Died in 2003. Natural causes. 79 years old. Never lived alone again. Youngest son moved in with her. She deserved company, he said at her funeral, but Joyce did something that changed everything. Started giving talks at community centers. Elderly women don't have to be easy targets. Taught self-defense. Taught to not be ashamed to scream, to fight, to live. Over 300 women attended her talks. 12 were attacked years later. All survived. All fought back. I remembered Miss Joyce once said. She said, "Never give up." The broken lamp? Joyce kept a piece. In a box. With a note. "This almost killed me, but I proved I was stronger. You are too." Joyce Nelson, survivor. Her family donated it to the LA Crime Museum. It's still there today. Joyce never wanted to be remembered as the victim. She wanted to be remembered as the woman who fought. 14 people didn't have the chance Joyce had, but she used hers to honor every single one. Joyce never had that Wednesday alarm installation. Lucas Rodriguez, her neighbor, installed it for free the next week. The children she taught at church still remember her pancakes. Mr. Martinez never threw away the last newspaper she didn't pick up. But California passed the Senior Safety Act in 1986. Free security systems for elderly living alone. Free self-defense classes. Panic buttons subsidized. 237 seniors were saved by this law. 237. Joyce wanted to live without fear. She became the reason others could. If this story impacted you, it needs to reach more people. Leave your like to honor Joyce and all survivors. Subscribe so no story of resistance is forgotten. Share. It might give someone the courage they need. See you in the next case. But we'll never forget Joyce Nelson, the woman who taught the Night Stalker to be afraid.